Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Logically Not. I want to do a quick video, just giving my thoughts on the new Ghoul update. I've spent a pretty good bit of time with it yesterday evening and last night on into earlier this morning. Um, and the last video I'd done on the scammer has done pretty good for me. So I'm still getting views on it. It's done pretty good. So I thought I would make another video, just giving my thoughts about something a little more in game. um, I appreciate everybody for anybody that's watched that video. I hope it helps somebody out there. But anyway, I just kind of want to give my thoughts, my initial thoughts. Uh, I don't want to give away any spoilers, but first and foremost, I didn't know that I was going to kind of I know you can change back, okay, but I just kind of felt weird. I've got a lot of time in with this character, and I just kind of felt weird changing into a ghoul, changing its appearance like that, and just kind of just kind of weird, just how they kind of done it. How they kind of set the scene for that before you change into a ghoul. I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't know I was going to have those kind of feelings about it because you can change back. It'd have been a lot more interesting if it would have been permanent, okay, where you can't change back. Now that would have been something completely different. Um, but you can change back. It's not a permanent choice. But I still had that conflicting, you know. But I don't want to give any of the story. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting that I felt that way. Um, Now, as far as at first, um, I wasn't really impressed with the goal. Uh, like I said in my last video, I'm a melee player. I play with a lot of weapons that nobody else plays with. Okay, or that not a lot of people play with. I like being different. I don't wear power armor. I've never really worn power armor in Fallout games. So, I don't really wear power armor. I don't use the three or four weapons everybody uses. I don't use them. I don't even have them. I don't even have them in my storage. I use like obscure weapons that you don't see people using much. My favorite right now is the branding iron. I really love it. Fire damage is great. It's fast. The initial hit doesn't do a lot, but um, the fire that it puts on enemies is great. You can just kind of like hit something once and walk off. But when I first got into the ghoul, I'm bloody. Normally I'm bloodied with unyielding. I just wasn't able to get those damage numbers that I was getting with the human. Um, when I played around with it and it got better once I got down to feral, it got a little better. I'm still not getting those numbers, but where the ghoul lacks in damage, he more than makes up for it in survivability. Okay, at least with the build I'm running right now. Now, yeah, I'm probably going to tweak it a little bit, but my current build, his survivability is. I mean, I would be shocked if it didn't get nerfed. Okay, simply because at first I was wondering, how I'm gonna go about healing the ghoul. I went to West Tech. I got some toxic goo and I got some toxic water, and I'm thinking, got the gamma gun, and I'm just testing out, in camp, not really, playing, just kind of camp, seeing like what worked the best, and I finally decided on the gamma gun, for now, and until I play with it a little bit, see if maybe there was something else I could do. Uh, but let me tell you. I didn't have to heal. I didn't have to heal. I topped off my glow after fights sometimes, but I pretty much didn't have to heal at all. And I played the daily. I played almost all the events, the rotating events. Uh, I don't think I healed once. The ghoul is. I went to a nuke zone, fought some scorch beast, solo, right? Excuse me, right by myself. No heals. Don't need it. Don't need it. Um, it was really crazy to me how how tanky he is, and a lot of it's got to do with the weapon I'm using. And let me show you this card, and then I'm going to show y'all some gameplay footage from what I was doing last night. But it's this card in particular, right? Um, Not automatic melee damage provides a small amount of glow. Okay. Uh, it just you don't have to heal. You literally don't have to heal. I never had anything I fought last night get me not even a quarter of my glow bar. They didn't even take down a quarter of my glow bar. Okay. Like I said, using a Blue Ridge branding iron. Um, we'll go over the build after we watch we'll go over the build after we watch. I'll show you my armor, what I did for armor and all that. Uh, but I do think this is probably going to get nerfed. I think his damage needs to be buffed a little bit, actually. Um, and then probably, I don't know, man. I mean, just not dying. I don't know if I like that too much. Now, granted, I didn't go into the raids, but they're probably not really much different except for the one shot, the automatic one shot enemies. Now, some of the raids you're not gonna do anything with this, right? But uh, might even do the robot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe I don't know. We'll have to check it out. I did not go into the raids. I did the daily. I did the daily solo, and then I done most of the events. Yeah, I mean most of the hard events, or the harder events, where the enemies, do good damage or whatever to you. Um, but we'll take a look at the couple of clips, handful of clips, and I'll just show you what I'm talking about. And then we'll look at the build. We'll look at what armor I'm using, what mods I'm using on that armor. And like I said, I'm probably going to tweak it just a little bit. But we'll get into the video real quick on some of these clips, and we'll go from there. All right. So first up, we got Radiation Rumble, which we kind of knew that this event in particular is probably gonna be pretty easy for the Ghoul because you get a lot of radiation. I mean, pretty much the radiation what kills you in this event. Uh, if you don't watch your radiation, you'll get downed in here. But kind of with the Ghoul, this was gonna be pretty easy. But I mean, couple of death claws. Um, Several glowing feral ghouls, no problem. Uh, I will say, the only problem I see right now with this build is really going to be uh, the AP, because with the feral ghoul, you're losing a good bit of AP. So I need to tweak on that a little bit, try to get it a little better. Because I do find myself running out of AP, and then the regen is kind of not where I want it. So I'll need to do some tweaking there. See if I can find something, maybe some powered, something like that. Try to help it. Um, but yeah, I mean, it just, the brain I don't do a lot in the initial swing, but the fire is what's going to do the majority of your damage. But that was no problem. All right, so we're at safe and sound. The Blue Devil. Um, Here's another one. He does pretty good damage. he'll do pretty good damage to you when you're trying to melee with him. When you're swapping hits with him normally. But he is no problem for the Ghoul. And trying to get that little bit of extra sneak damage. That's the most annoying thing in the game, I think, is when they do that. When the enemies do that right there. But yeah, I'm just gonna see the AP is just a little needs to be a little better. I need a little more, and it needs to regen a little faster. I need to work on that, figure out what I need to do. But yeah, I mean, he's not staggering me. That wall perk, where you don't stagger. Normally he'll be staggering you with those hits, but he's not able to do it to me there, and he's done. Um, go over and heal this guy. All right, next up is test your metal. Another one where people die pretty good. You know, you'll see people dying pretty good bit. My bloody build does pretty good in this event. My bloody human build does pretty good in this event. You know, as far as like survivability. Uh, but with the ghoul, it's elementary. Yeah, I have to spam step pack sometimes with my bloody build. With the ghoul, it's pretty much set it and forget it. Poor Grimbot had no idea he was fixing to face a ghoul today. But yeah, I mean, he didn't take nothing off. He didn't take my health off. The glow bar, I did notice, like that last little sliver. Sometimes it won't go all the way up. Uh, it's, you got a little bug or something, especially in your camp, like when you're using like your the asteroid or something to get rads. It will just stop like just before it fills all the way up. Um, Here we are on Dangerous Pastimes. Anybody who's used a bloody melee build on this event knows that when the Thunder Crab comes out, that it's kind of like if you get squared by the Thunder Crab, he will down you, and it's quick. But for the Ghoul, he is absolutely no problem. Like, you don't want to get in front of him on a bloodied build, right? You don't want to stand right in front of him. That's why I kind of start off right here, right? Because I'm used to hitting him like this, and then I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, he hits me there. Nothing. Nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Well done, mate. Really done with him. So then we go to a nuke zone. Now we kind of figured with the nuke zone that he was going to be really tanky, because of the background radiation. But there's 3 Scorched Beast here. I'm by myself with a branding iron, and it's just absolutely no problem. I got a little sneak attack there. One thing bad about melee and fighting Scorched Beast by yourself is you got to get them to land. Yeah, this is when I first started really playing with the Ghoul, so I was still sneaking around, right? Not really sure what was going to happen. I'm still like sneaking around, not really sure. But yeah, I don't even need to do this. And then I kind of realized it midway through, like, man, I don't even have to Yeah, I mean, he just hit me with both those wings, and I mean, I just ate it and kept swinging at him. The wall, the brick wall or whatever, is really good. Um, it works. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that's going to do enough damage to you in here to kill you in the nuke zone. There's not anything in the nuke zone that's going to be able to do enough damage to kill you, or even come close to killing you, or even take your health down. Um, it's stupid OP. Now I will say, the ghoul has weak limbs. Okay, I did notice that. Just keep stim packs on you. You get your legs broke or something, your arm broke, something like that. Hit a stim pack. Go on about your day. I mean, it's not even a big deal that his limbs are kind of weak because you just hit a stim pack and you just keep on moving. It's not a problem. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing going to kill you in the nuke zone. I mean, there's not nothing in game right now. Maybe later I'm going to put something in there, or whatever, nerf this or whatever, something like that. But as of right now, I mean, you're in God mode in the nuke zone, and from what I've seen, everything really, it's just God mode. Uh, Everything I played, right? Like I said, I haven't been in the rage yet, but I'm gonna try to do some today, and uh, the only downside is trying to use melee. I mean, melee is not very effective for some of the raids, uh, so that's the only problem. But I don't expect it to be much different as far as like the enemies you can kill, and they don't one shot you, auto one shot you. Uh, I'm interested to see what it does to the robot. Probably got to change my armor a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe get some troubleshooters, and I might be able to solo the robot with this ghoul, man. But maybe I might be able to do it like this. I don't know. We'll try it out. Yeah, I mean, it's just like there's nothing going to kill you in the nuke zone. Period. And here we are on the daily. These are super mutants. They actually have the reflective skin. Uh, Now this one where you defend the defend dailies, I can solo. The ones where you got to hunt down enemies, it's kind of hard to do with just one person. Two people is it's easy to do, but like I have a hard time finding the enemies whenever I do that one. But I can always solo this one where you're just defending the area. Yeah, with my regular bloody build, I can solo, but I do have to use step packs, right, and I do die with my bloody build. Here, uh, there's no threat of dying. There's really no threat of dying. I mean, you're going to see right here, one of the most dangerous enemies, in the game. This guy here with reflective skin, and then 2 or 3 more super mutants around him swinging sledgehammers at me. I mean, I did get hurt. I did get my limb damage there, so he was able to get a little damage on me. But we're going to end this fight with full health because he can't do enough to overcome my ability swinging this branding iron and getting my glow back. They don't do enough damage to overcome that. And that's the end of that. Yeah, I mean, a bloody build dies there. No doubt, a bloody build dies there. But yeah. All right. So then that's the clips I had. Let's take a look at the build, and then I'll let y'all get out of here. We'll look at the armor first. I'm using Vanguards on Thorn armor. Um, and we're running 2 Sentinels, 2 Cavaliers, and a Secret Agent. I wanted to try to take advantage of the set bonus with the 15% reduced detection chance and the 5% less noise while sneaking. Try to get that extra damage. Um, I'll probably leave it like that because you can get a little more damage when you get some sneak attacks. But really, I mean, as you've seen, um, you can if you can just stand, you can just stand and face tanks everything in the game. Um, Doing a little less damage is not a big problem, really. Um, and I'm running bruisers, full bruisers on the last 4-star mod. Uh, you know, this this works well. It's not. I don't think I need to change my armor too much, unless maybe I go with maybe change the maybe take the Cavaliers off and the Secret Agents and go with powered, and then two Sentinels. I don't know. I'm probably going to tweak it some because, like I said, the AP is a little lackluster. So I may do something to try to fix that a little bit. But that's the armor. The weapon, all right, it's the Blue Ridge Burning Iron. Now, I did not put Furious on it because now I'm not. This is not the damage I was doing when I showed the clips because I was using buffs too. I got the carnivore. I used the glowing meat steak. I used the stuff out of Nuka World. Um, you know, I do a lot of buffs, so the damage was getting somewhere a little over 200, and then a little over 300 on the fire, and then I was getting almost 13 on the 3 second fire. So yeah, you're gonna need to use you're gonna use the food buffs to get the damage that I was doing with the branding iron. But I went with aristocrats because I wanted that flat damage. I just kind of felt like if I used the Furious, that you're gonna have to do 19 in a row to get the full benefit of it. And with your AP going down and all that, I just didn't know if we was going to be able to do enough hits in a row to get to that, 19 stacks. So I kind of just went with the flat aristocrats. I left the rapid on it. It comes standard with rapid. I left that on it. I left the strength on it. I don't have one of those mods where I can whatever they're called, where you take the 25% of the AP. I'm gonna put that on it. I have the other branding iron I use, my bloodied, has that on it, and it helps a ton. So I'm gonna end up putting that mod on it. That's definitely gonna be a tweak I'm gonna do, but I got to get a mod. I can't craft it, and I don't have one. So I'm definitely gonna get that mod and put it on there, and I think that'll help a lot. And then I got pounders. For the 10 stacks. And like I said, I don't know doing melee. Now with a gun, yeah, but with melee, I don't know if it's worth putting Furious on that first stat. Simply because you're going to have to do 19 hits on, even with bosses, 19 hits in a row without missing a beat is going to be, kind of hard because they're moving around and this and that. So I don't know how much that's going to help, but yeah, I feel like the 2 damage mods are probably what I'm going to stay with. But I am going to go with the reduced AP. Uh, Definitely going to go with that and take the strength off, which is going to affect my carry weight a little bit, and which the carry weight's already kind of poor with the Ghoul. I mean, I could almost get 600 with my bloody build without power armor. The Ghoul is a little over 4 with full buffs and the team buffs and everything else. So, but yeah, we got that. Uh, the burning iron is really fast. Another one you might could use would be like the cultist blade. Um, the cultist dagger. What is it called? Yeah, the dagger blade. That one's really fast. I mean, But I think the branding iron, it don't do the damage the branding iron is doing. So I think the branding iron is going to be your best bet if you're going to just try to sit there and face tank stuff and hit them with a melee and keep regenerating your glow. Um, and then for the perk cards, we're going gladiator. All three gladiators. At one, we're going barbarian, blocker, incisor, martial artist, and brick wall. Now, I can't look at my I can't look at the perks, but the one where you do the power, 150% increased power attack damage, that might be something to look at instead of the brick wall. I don't know. The brick wall works pretty good, especially with in combination with the sentinel armor. So, uh, I don't know. I'll probably leave it like that. We'll see. Uh, and then on perception, I'm using refractor. It was really awesome. They took that down to 2. So I'm using refractor, and then I'm using the rad reaver. This is what is regenerating my glow when I hit with a non-automatic melee weapon. Okay, you got to remember that it's not gonna work with auto axe. Uh, endurance. I'm using Life Giver, Ironclad. I'm using Through Hiker. Normally, I don't run Through Hiker with my bloody build, but with the Ghoul, I'm having to use it because I do carry a lot of food. I do use a Chem backpack for I do use a Chem backpack for my blade, but I'm using both for the Ghoul because I'm just having a little problem with weight. Starch genes, which I'm not real clear on how the mutations work with taking them off and putting them on. I need looking at a little more. Um, I'm not real clear on how that works, so I may end up taking starch genes off. But for now, I got it on. Radiation power, spend a small amount of glow per hit to deal 20% bonus damage. Uh, anything you can get with damage with this is going to help. So we got that one. Strange in numbers. Tenderizer. This is another one that stacks now. It's not just a flat 10. You're actually getting stacks. Feral presence. I use feral presence instead of suppressor because you're actually getting 30% per 5 seconds with this, where you were only getting 30% per 2 seconds with the human version of this card, and it's one less, right? So you get the same out reduced damage. You're getting 3 more seconds, and it's 1 point lower. So this is a no-brainer. United Ordeal. Uh, I did find yesterday until maybe it's out for a little while. I may end up taking this off because I was noticing there's not a lot of people becoming ghouls. Uh, like when I first got into the game, right after the servers come back up, I was seeing a lot of ghouls, and then as it got later in the night, I started seeing less and less and less. So I don't know if people just don't want to do it, or they just going to do it later. But this may be something. We'll see how it goes the next couple of days. We'll wait till the weekend uh, because that's when a lot of people are going to get on. We'll go through the weekend. We may end up taking this off temporarily until then. But yeah, you get 3 plus 3 to all special stats when you're on a team of ghouls. Science monster, another one where you're getting 15% bonus damage for 10 seconds after you get hit. So, like I said, anything gives you a little more damage is going to be good. We got adrenaline, which I believe they changed this a little bit. They nerfed it a little bit. It's not giving you the damage that it was doing before the update, but hey, I still got it on. Uh, Dodgy, I'm still using this. And then Jaguar Speed. Um, I am using Speed Demon 2, and I tested it, and yes, you are getting this in addition to Speed Demon. Both of them are on. So because I did time a sprint, and having this on was faster, even though I have Speed Demon mutation. Uh, and then we got Action Ghoul. Uh, this is the same as Action Boy. Yeah, I don't know if they stack. I don't think so. They might. Maybe that's something I need to look at. I don't know. But they may not stack. They may. I don't know. We'll have to look and see. And then you got hyper reflexes. I use this one. This one's good because even though the escape artist is only one, I'm getting probably twice as much chance to do an evasion with this card. I was getting like 7% with just the escape artist, and I'm getting a full 15 uh, with this card at 2. And then if I go one more, you're going to get 20. So I mean, it's a lot better. It's a lot better than this card. It's a lot better than this card, especially at 2 and 3. Um, I mean, it's even better at 1, right? You're still getting, if you're around that 25, 30, because this is now doing, uh, yeah, this is now based on agility. So, um, yeah, I was getting like 7%. Somewhere around 7, 8%, and even with one on here, you're getting 10. So yeah, this is a no-brainer. Only difference would be you're going to get this all the time. You're going to have your glow high to get this one. But as we just seen, there's not really a time where you don't have high glow if you're using uh, what I was using. Bloody Mess, better criticals, Class Freak, it's a must, and then glowing criticals, and I'm pretty sure these are stacking. You're getting 150. Uh, so, maybe it might be where I take maybe like these off and just go with the powers. Well, here's the problem. Gonna have to take either blocker and incisor or martial artist off. Um, if I'm gonna go with that the power attack buff. Um, but if I done that, I just swing power. I could actually pull these two off. And yeah, I just kind of like using VATs with the melee because you're gonna hit your enemy. I mean, you kind of got to think about DPS when you're talking about melee. How many times you're gonna miss? If you're not in VATs, and is it more than is the extra damage you're gonna do by doing power attacks? Is it worth the time that you're gonna miss to time that you're not gonna miss with VATs? Uh, I don't know. I mean, that would take some more data that I'm just not really interested in. I think it's just kind of like a personal choice. But legendary perks, um, we're going hack and slash. Uh, I may take this off and put some more perk points down. Um, I may end up taking this off. I don't know. I like it, but anyway, agility, endurance, which this. And then I need to get this. If I get this maxed out, man, it's gonna be crazy. But yeah, Feral Rage, I got it on 2. I'll get me some more perk points. I'm gonna focus on maxing this out. Um, but at 2, it's good. I mean, y'all seen. It's not you're not using glow, and you're getting it right back when you do use it. But yeah, that's the build. We'll probably tweak it a little bit. Like I said, the AP is leaves a little something to be desired. But other than that, it's pretty much God mode. God mode without the power. Which I mean, he's doing enough. He's doing enough damage. Um, he's not melting. Uh, but he's doing enough damage, and he's not going to go down. So I mean, it's pretty good. But anyway, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. We'll probably do another video. I'll probably tweak this build, and we'll probably, maybe I do a video where I go into the raids and see how that is, see how that works. But yeah, I appreciate you for tuning in. If you would leave a like, I would certainly appreciate it. Subscribe, and y'all enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll catch y'all later.